Okay. Alright. I'm here. I've had a long 3 days at work. I do 32 hours in 3 days. So I'm now knitting a purse and I'm doing tarot card readings. So if anybody would like to have a tarot card reading done, I do energy readings. And I kind of figured I have sketched so much, I was going to take a break today from sketching and get all this done. Invite, host, and go live together. Okay, I have no idea. I don't know anybody over here enough for that, so I don't think I could do that. Because generally I'm always over on YouTube doing this. But I was over, right before I came here, they had a chilling Ohio case of a lady that sold her kids' organs for money. And she was a struggling single parent. I mean, I know there's dark cases, but wow. It's a lot. But, yeah. But I'm over here, and I like to do things while I'm waiting for tarot card readings. So, and today, like I said, I'm taking me a break. And now that I got people. Alright, I got my little pen thing here. I tried a new hairstyle. I have yarn I used. I love yarn. Yarn's like my favorite thing in the world to do. I love yarning. I love all kinds of yarning. And I'm going to take this, and I have it this far. And honestly, you probably can go anywhere here on TikTok or YouTube and find yarn streams. I just do the basic knitting, but I figured why not? I haven't knitted a purse in like a couple of years. And it's on a bucket list because when I started over here live streaming, just on social media in general, it was to keep logs of my time. Because I was going through a dark time in my life. And I honestly didn't think I would live long enough to see it. To see any results. I thought, honestly, I would have died by poison by now. Because my jaw was being poisoned. Because of a couple of 4 teeth. And after I survived all that, and starting to look better, got my skin color back and all that, I guess now, it's all like, what do I do now? So, I do lots of arts and crafts. But I'm all about making it yourself. Because what's the most fun thing than to make it yourself? And I am going to start getting perfuming too. Tomorrow I'll probably come on and do a sketch. I will probably do that. But I would love to visit scary places in Ohio. Or even around the world if I had the money. Hopefully one day I can make it big somewhere. Enough to where I can fund these animal shelters I want to start. And maybe visit haunted places. I would love to go to Salem. I think that would be awesome. I've done a lot of research and Salem's it's pretty cool there. So, I would like to go there, but we'll see where time brings me. Time is a very funny thing. Sometimes when you think your time is up, you're only beginning. And this is a true fact. It really is. I thought when I turned 50 that since I lived a half a century, it was going to be over for me. And I just thought I would do my little blogs this way, you know, if I passed away, my kids would hear my conversations and stuff, and it would ease the suffering. To my surprise, I lived, and I'm healthier than I ever was, so life is funny. And I'll have to say hello to Donald. You guys are very nice. But it is free tarot cards readings. If you guys have a question, I don't have problems answering free tarot card questions. I feel that I don't know everything. I might know clues about maybe your question or clues around it, and if it can help, I have no problem with helping you. Because I absolutely don't, because that's what life's about, is us all helping out each other. And with any of my abilities that I acquired when I flatlined and almost died, I don't mind helping you guys. Because when I see all these dark tales and things that people have done, it just makes me want to help out mankind even more. Because life is precious. And I guess I realized that when I flatlined and my life was essentially over. And the moments you have that are the most special to you, it's good to hold on to them. And because those are the ones you remember before you die. I remember that when I was dying, I remembered certain things. And it was always about my kids and things that I truly loved and cared about. And these are the things that define us as people. They really are. It's not how much money you have. It's not even what kind of job you had. It's the people you affect around you. And maybe that's why I was given a second chance at life. I don't know. I really, truly don't know. And maybe the fact that when you can admit that you truly don't know certain things, it kind of makes it all the better. Because that's all I truly want to do on social media is help humanity. Because I feel that we've hit dark times. And all through history, there has been a dark period. And that dark period wasn't named anything until after the period was over. I want to say that through history, once we're long gone, this is going to be another dark ages. We have technical advancements, yes. But in a sense, it's like this because there's just so much darkness that surrounds us all. So, oh, Lindsay, oh my God, it's you. I talked to Katrina the other day on here. I'm so glad to see you. See, there's a reason I come on TikTok. You and Katrina are always over here. I'm doing a purse. I wish I don't have your address to send you things. Since I have your number on my phone, you should give me your address and I can send you little arts and crafts to help you. Oh, you like the live? Yeah, I mean, I try. I'm not very cool, Lindsay. You know that. I'm 50 years old here. I mean, for someone that was blogging because they were essentially dying, I guess God wanted me around. For what reason, I don't know, but maybe it was to connect with TikTok and everybody else and try to make people realize that life isn't horrible. And it really isn't. It's just a cycle of life. Because I'm sure one day I'll be born again into something else, probably another human. Because I don't really do anything that's malicious, honestly. I'm a very unmalicious person. I am a Nazi about free will, but it is what it is. I love free will. And I always have a question over in my Chong groups all the time that would you infringe, take away people's freedom of expression? And I do believe in freedom of expression. I believe that that's the base of our core. We're human beings. We're meant to gather. That's what ancient humans did. That's what we always have done. We've gathered and we, supported each one another. Sometimes these gatherings all through history were violent. I mean, it's fact. The Nazi movement, now that I mention Nazis, that was a gathering. It was a violent gathering, but it's still a gathering. Military gathering. Yeah, I still have your number, Lindsay. Yeah, I can send you little things through the mail since you're not in Ohio anymore. But yeah, people gather, and people are always going to gather. That's what we are. All through history, we've always gathered in some way. You gather to eat. We're just gatherers. I mean, it is what it is. We stick together. Some species do this. Sometimes it's for the good, sometimes it's for the bad. But if you think about in the animal kingdom, they gather, and sometimes it's to hunt and kill. Sometimes it's to socialize. And sometimes it's to fight. So nature mimics us. That's why we should be nice to nature. And try to reuse our resources and stuff, because now that I'm getting older, I'm realizing how wasteful sometimes people can be, and how it's affecting the environment more and more. And it's true, it is. These, people are suffering, animals are suffering, our oceans are suffering. It's just because a lot of people don't reuse things. And then all it takes is recycling and different things. And hopefully Trump is trying to impose stuff on recycling and everything, and to help the environment. And I hope that does go through, because out of all the stuff that people have that's going on, we need to start worrying about the environment, because our children are involved, and our friends' children are involved, and everybody's involved. And it's not just my cause, it's planet Earth. And it's a really good, noble cause to have, honestly. So, I don't know. I've been thinking about it more, and it's just, we need to do something. And I guess there's always going to be bad people, but there doesn't have to be. That's my thing. There doesn't have to be bad people. Bad people can change their ways. And I'm hoping that maybe with my words and influence a little bit, some bad people can change their ways. That's all I really hope for in the world. Because I've had a decent life. My first husband was good for the time we were together. And it just ended badly. But sometimes that's how things do. They just end badly. And it's sad, but that's how things go in life. If you really love somebody and it has to end, you're going to fight to the bitter end, and it's not going to ever end nicely. And then years later, you find out why it ended. That's pretty much destiny's pick of everything. That's what they do. So sometimes when really bad things happen, I try not to dwell on it when I'm thinking, how possibly could this get good? And then it ends up getting good somehow. So, I don't know. But I'm essentially going to make this real long, and I'm going to flip it, and I got yarn needles. Of course, you probably knew I probably had yarn needles. I have a whole entire studio on one side of my house. And my living room is half of my art and craft center. And I have many things. And I just came across all this yarn and was like, I just decided I'm going to make me a purse. And these are things you could do to save money, making purses, and I enjoy just making things. I love making perfumes. And I do like sketching, and I do love painting too, but sometimes you get burnt out from one activity, and it's not good to always do one thing. Sometimes it's good to give yourself a break and maybe do something else in the meanwhile, and then you go back. And then you just think about the other thing you want to do. But this is how my brain goes because I am autistic. So I'm always looking for a project. Always. And for all you guys, for autism awareness, autistic people, our brains are different. I'm high functional. It's hard for me to socialize, and I guess I started live streaming also because I wanted to learn how I could have a good conversation and kind of teach myself the ins and outs of socialization, because a lot of times autistic people just want to be left alone. And I know it's not healthy to be by yourself all the time, because my mom brought me to a lot of psychiatrists and stuff when I was younger. And I try to work on myself through social media, trying to learn to socialize. And I do get extra sensitive when it comes to like certain things. You know, when people get nasty and all that, and I just gotta walk away because sometimes I don't relate well to others. But I'm trying, and the live streaming is really helping me. I think it's helping me better than any psychiatrist. But when I'm doing things and socializing, I have to be doing an activity. I just can't be doing nothing. That's just the way my brain rolls. And things, I don't focus on it so much because my brain is thinking of 3 other things by the time I'm trying to do my one thing. So this does help. It's very therapeutic to me. And I figure, I'm a decent enough human being. I'm not saying I'm Mother Teresa, because I'm not. Nobody's Mother Teresa. She was a really, really good person. She really was. Oh, hello, Himabid and George Barr. Hello to you guys. But yeah, I feel like I'm a decent enough person to kind of try to make people happy and maybe spread a little bit of happiness in the world. Because, autistic people, they're very sensitive to a lot of things. It could be because why I'm a little sensitive to the tarot cards because of it. I mean, I don't see things like other people see them when they look at the cards, and that's why I do moon readings. I feel energy. So, that's about it. But sometimes that energy, if someone sees it and they can read it a little bit, you can make a better decision on whatever endeavor you got going on. And I have pretty good energy about a situation. Lindsay knows this, my friend. If I foresee like bad circumstances, I just stay away from bad people, and I just know the bad people because I feel them and I feel their energy. And sometimes it could get pretty ugly. But then I try not to judge these people, because it does say in the Bible to judge, don't judge unless you want to be judged. So I don't judge, but I do say if you're doing bad things out there, maybe think about what you're doing and try to do something positive. And I know it's hard because some people are horrible, and they really are. They're going out there, they're murdering people, they're abducting people, they're doing this whole human trafficking thing that I do not agree with at all. Or the trafficking of animals. That too I feel very strongly about. We need to stop these activities, and the governments are trying to stop these activities, but this happens, and it's unfortunate because it's a terrible thing to take somebody's will away, and that's why these kind of people go to jail. So I guess I will say that that's one thing that my channel is against. Me and Chong are against any kind of trafficking of humans or animals. And I've been seeing some sad posts about people that'll have a dog for a lot of years, and then right when they get in those elderly years, they put them in a shelter. And I plead with you guys, if you have an animal and they're getting elderly, I mean, I guess if you really have to and you have an unforeseen circumstance, I guess try to rehome them or something. But honestly, you should stick with that animal because that's your spirit animal. And if you abandon an animal that's been with you your whole life and you've shared energy with, and you're not there in the last stage of their life, that brings you really, really bad karma. And I do mean really bad karma. And it goes directly on you. It really does. It could affect like your finances and all kinds of stuff. You just don't upset a spirit animal. It's good just to be good to people and animals in general, because it's facts. When you get older, you're gonna get sick, and eventually you're gonna die. And you don't need any more bad luck when you're going through these things, and you will. Everybody goes through them. It's a natural process. It is. That's why there's hospice, and there's a lot of different things. And that's just how the world runs now. But try to be there for your spirit animal. Try to connect with your inner self. Because if you could do this and achieve this goal, there's a lot of stuff you could do, and your future will get way bright. And it's true. I always try to connect with nature and just the good and all together. I always try to, and I try to always help out people. And you see them on YouTube and everywhere. They have these social experiments, and people are still mean to homeless people. And the thing is if you make fun of a homeless person, chances are destiny is going to make you homeless. it's the way it goes. It's a trigger. So I do recommend that, and I'm not saying it has to be done because you want to do it. Maybe just try to see better things and be a better person. Just so bad things, if you spread good, good'll happen to you. If you spread bad, bad'll happen to you. These are what things that happen. I've heard stories about people that have practiced witchcraft. It was my own grandma, and she was summoning dark things all the time, always summoning dark things. And she ended up dying in the attic of my old house. And when she died in the attic of my old house, she didn't look right, and when we found her dead. And the thing is she did a lot of negative things sometimes. And things that seem like they're going to benefit you that are bad doesn't totally mean it'll benefit you for the moment, but not in the long run. So you really don't want that, because that's not the thing that's going to make you happy. The dark things may give you what you want in the short term, but oh, hello. Hey, Jesse, that must be my niece. Well, hello, Jesse. But things literally don't benefit you in the long run when you're not nice. You have to be nice. And it did not benefit my grandmother that was a dark witch. And I never really focused on these kind of things, but maybe it runs in the blood, I don't know. It could. But so does good stuff. My mother was a light witch. I mean, she could be grouchy, and she called herself number one bitch all the time. That was all the time she did. She had a keychain made of it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word up here. I keep forgetting because I'm allowed to cuss a little on the other network that I go to. Hopefully, if not TikTok, I'm sorry, moderator, because they always grab this and don't release it. But yeah. My mom, she always had good luck, but even though in her grouchiness, she was always doing good things. So, that's what I kind of live by, my motto when I was a young girl. And now that I'm getting older, it's just, you see the world changing in a lot of dynamics. And I see the dynamic of sometimes not good. People are just, I don't know, they're very into bad things these days. They're always into a lot of selfishness, I see. And greed. And those two do not work well with the universe. The universe does not like either. And the universe doesn't like when people abuse people nor animals. And I get it's going to happen because you're consumed by greed. And then some people I'm convinced that darkness is what we create. I don't think there never was the darkness that was just the light that brought the dark that brought out the light, but that never was truly bad until we made it bad. And I'm convinced of this. Because you can create your own demons. And you can. There's a lot of people that do create their own demons and their own monsters. I mean, God, I go over on Facebook and they have the satanic group, and I'm very curious. I'm bored over here and curious. And I go over there, and They're summoning demons. They have a thing on the post, and I'm not a Satanist. It's just I'm very curious. I'm like Curious George over here. But they had a whole thing about celebrate yourself, and they're summoning things. So our culture's telling us to summon demons, but really you're not summoning a demon. You're creating a demon from your own energy. And if you really think about the impact of that, that's not good for nobody. It really isn't. So, I mean, we're faced with all these things, and there always was these activities. There always was voodoo and this and that. They was always around these kind of things, but it's getting more in the open, and you got to face certain truths. I mean, it is what it is, but we don't have to let in all this negativeness, and we don't have to create demons. We can create our own good energy and pass it along to other people. That we can do. So that's what I try to do. I get very positive readings. I mean, I do know I have my neighbor's daughter does tarot card readings over here. I was told. I don't look like a gypsy like some of these ones that look really cool. And they do. They look really cool with their little gypsy outfits and stuff. But I can usually get an energy field on a situation. But that's why I like to keep a smaller audience. And I'm not going to sit there and give a reading until someone asks, because it's supposed to be done of your own free will. And you're supposed to be a little more focused. So this is why I like to do it my way. I don't know how long this spruce is going to take. To do one row of this takes a minute. You got to go all the way down here. Then I'm going to flip it over. I don't know if I want to make a small one, but it has to be wider. But these stitches that are coming out pretty good. It's not bad. And I know you guys like the sketching, because I've been getting a lot of good comments on that. But I just was in the mood to knit today. I was like in that mood. I was like, I need my yarn. And I fixed my own hair up with yarn. I put a slip knot here, pulled it back and clipped it. And then I pulled my hair up. And it was free, because I have only 100 things of yarn. Yarn is wonderful. It really is. And it's St. Patty's Day. I don't drink, so happy St. Patrick's Day. I almost forgot. My husband's over at the restaurant working, like he always is. And he got his restaurant job now back. He was doing maintenance. He was doing like apartment maintenance, and now he's doing that. But he really likes to cook. I like to call Rob Chef Ramsay. He can't live without cooking. And I really think he missed having the good stove. And he literally has cooked with chefs and everything else, so and it's so hard to cook for him. I don't know if you have a partner that's in the cooking industry, I sympathize with you, because every time you try to cook for them, that's it. Oh, hello, Andre? Show dogs. I don't know what show dogs are. You mean like the ones on the show where they have like all the happy dogs? The purebreds and all that? Usually it's in Britain. I love British stuff. I think that's one of my favorite things is Britain. They have a whole network for dogs. They do. They're great. They do love, in Britain, they love their dogs. I a lot of times wish that we were still part of Great Britain, but we're not. It would be cool if we were, though. Their economy's so good. Hopefully our economy can get better. I'm hoping. Because it's not horrible, it could be worse, but they're thriving over there. But maybe things are going to change. Not everything stays the same all the time, so possibly. Who knows? But yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. And if you are drinking, please get a lift. Don't be drinking and driving, and try not, if you're one of these people that drink and you have a bad temper, please, I would ask you guys not to drink. There was one of the people that I subscribed to on YouTube, Dogs or Family. There was this guy, and he beat his dog. It was a white pit bull every day. And it was so sad. And I guess when she shared the story, the rescuers of this dog had a broken jaw, couldn't see. There was a lot of stuff. And they brought him to the surgeons. They got his jaw fixed, and he only had like 3 teeth left because this guy beat his dog ferociously. And then they went, of course they bring the cops, because when you beat a dog animal that much, you deserve to go to jail. I'm sorry. But yeah, and I guess they told the animal workers that he said, "I'm sorry, I had a short temper." And then literally when they submitted all that to the police said, "Yeah, there's a short temper," but the police literally put him in jail for the dog, because that dog had to go through over $100,000 of stuff just to get to where he was. So that was a lot. And he's in jail. And the thing is it's not right to hit anybody, a dog or person, in anger. It's better to walk away. Because that poor dog, I guess his whole life was, and the rescue worker ended up adopting him. I cried through that one. I thought, I was so happy for the dog, but I guess they couldn't save the dog's vision. And I read that, and I played the whole thing reel out, and I was happy that the dog was happy, but the dog has to eat soft foods and everything now. But that went viral, that video. And it's a sad story. And it didn't need to happen. For whatever reason that guy had a short temper to beat an animal, there's no excuse to beat a person or an animal like this out of anger. There's none. And I will tell you that, because it doesn't make anyone happy, and it's not cool at all. And you get real bad karma for this kind of thing. You do. And I'm just here to plea, if you guys see anybody getting hurt or abused while you're in your endeavors, try to contact the police or something. Because it's not right for somebody to get hurt, or someone to beat the crap out of their dog or do that. And this poor dog was fine. And the thing was, the guy had money. He was able to afford the dog and everything, but some reason he liked to beat on his dog. And the thing is, anyone that'll beat on an animal will beat on a human, and they will kill a human. And that's straight up from psychology, friends. Straight up from psychology. So if you know anybody that's hurting an animal, contact somebody. contact the police first. And usually the police know these places. And then there's animal groups. I mean, I want to be an animal group one day. I would love to be an animal group. That would be the best thing if I can get some money together and get enough subscriptions and get my own channel and have videos of all the animals we save. I'd like to save people along with the animals. That would be really nice. We'll see what the future brings. Maybe I'll get to that point where I can actually help the people and the animals. Because really that's all I want to do. I want to go out and make my mark doing that. Because everyone got to make their mark in the world. Everyone. I think now the husband's home. You're home. But yeah, I want you to. But yeah, I want you to.
That's the one that wants to meet Mr. Chong.
Oh, are they coming in?
I'm taking them out.
Okay. But I did want to come over here and say hi to you guys, and I will be coming over here more because I still. It seems like you guys are a fun crowd. Whenever I go on Facebook, it's always a dead zone. I don't know if it's because people are hiding from Facebook because of the hackers. I don't know.
Jody told me to tell you hi.
Okay. I haven't seen Jody for a while.
Oh, I just saw her just now.
Okay. Is she in better spirits since her...
Yeah, she looks like it.
I know she misses Dixie, but she looked tore up when I seen her. But I did want to wish you guys a good St. Patrick's Day and stuff. And then work on my stuff, because I always work on my stuff. It helps calm my nerves. And Chong's meeting a new friend. And I do want to thank Jesse for stopping in my stream.
Chong, come here.
I appreciate it.
Sit.
Appreciate it.
Sit.
And I would do a walking stream, but the thing is sometimes to keep your stream over here when I go in the final editing, I don't know, it's sometimes you gotta be near a lot of Wi-Fi. I don't have one of those that I have mobile data, but I don't have the Wi-Fi link and one of those fancier phones. That's the thing. So, I do want to do one of those streams, but I'd have to see how well my phone would adapt outside. But here I know I got AT&T, so I have a very good frequency here, but outside not so much sometimes. So I'm working on getting a better phone so I can start doing dog walking stream. Because I know for some reason when I'm on YouTube and I'm outside, it just goes straight to processing and they go ahead and they review it right away. And I don't have to worry about it. If it gets lost or dropped or something, I don't know, YouTube has a way of retrieving it because right when it's done, they grab it and review it and they release it when they want it released. Which is good for me because I don't have to worry about saving it, the video and all this stuff. So I was gonna try, but I'm doing what I can to get over here until I get better equipment together. Because I do need to get better equipment, and especially with summertime. So I'm gonna try. But I did want everybody to embark on that and to be kind, and if you see any kind of abuse going on, just try to lend a hand, but don't put yourself in danger. Please don't put yourself in danger. Putting yourself in danger is not the answer. Getting help for a dog or human is fine, but you never know. These people that are beating on these animals and humans, you never know. You really don't. But I feel that I'm getting a little more calm and stuff now, and now I'm more awake, and now that I kind of worked on the purse I'm making a little bit, I'm thinking about coming on later with a sketch. I'm probably going to do a Disney sketch. I've had a lot of people asking for Lady from Lady and the Tramp. I did Lady and the Tramp kissing. I think I did it over here, or it was Stitch. I don't know. But I got to make 2 ladies. So I'll probably be hitting one stream on YouTube with Lady and one over here with Lady. And I'm going to see if I can do something on my phone to where if my stream gets dropped, or just play around with the editing over here in TikTok. Because I do want to do outdoor streams, and I do enjoy being a TikToker. I really do. I was upset. Even though I'm a lot of times on YouTube, I really like TikTok. I used to like Facebook a lot. I still do because of my groups, but I've always liked TikTok. You guys are awesome. And I listen to Don Pratt all the time. It complains about the Karens. I mean, he's great. And he's always, I remember he'd be always cussing and talking about there, and then he makes those t-shirts, Get Effed Karen. He does. It's so funny, and these neighbors of his are just sometimes not the nicest people. I seen one of those he had over here where his dog was sick and he thought his neighbor poisoned his dog. But he's very funny, and I like his style. And he's very popular over here. And that's one thing I liked. And I like my friend Fairy that does all the drawings, and he does painting himself. He's a very talented painter. I'm okay. I'm in the process of learning. And there's nothing wrong with learning new things. Everybody should love to learn new things. Because when you learn new things, it helps your brain move. And it helps you not get Alzheimer's. It really does. It was a Supreme Court justice, I forgot who it was, but he was like in his 90s and still working on the board for the Supreme Court. And he was close to 100, and he was sharp. And he said he did crossword puzzles every day. So that's why that's another reason, the autism, and I don't want to have Alzheimer's. I mean, no matter what happens in your life, you want to have your mind with you. And don't do hard drugs either. Because that could cause early Alzheimer's also. And I take care of Alzheimer's patients, and it doesn't look like it's a fun thing to have at all. To forget all the new experiences, and then you just remember the past, and then eventually that fades away if you live long enough. And it's a sad state of affairs to be in. It truly is. It's heartbreaking. So try to take care of your brain health. I've been taking mushroom serum from Amazon. I don't know. I'm kind of, my brain's sharp to begin with, so I don't know the difference, but it has been giving me more energy. So I've been going with it and vibing with the mushroom thing, and I got it. It's only $10, and then they have the main one, I think it's lion's mane too. That's like $30, so I was not buying that. And I do like shopping Amazon more than anything. I feel it's a very secure site. So, if you guys are like worried about being hacked and everything, Amazon's pretty secure. It really is. I have photos where I have unlimited like storage through them and with Google. And a lot of my stuff is always secure with Amazon. I will give them that much. And I'm a Prime member. So a lot of my friends, they order over here at TikTok a lot. And the thing is I don't want to be hacked. And a lot of times, like, Amazon has a lot of security, who has your card numbers and everything. And I have never been hacked through Amazon in all these years. All through COVID, I've never been hacked. So, I recently have been hacked on Facebook. So, and I just was like, after I'm done with my YouTube stuff, I was like, I focus so much on that, and I figure if I'm going to get hacked over there, I've never been hacked here, but I have recently been hacked. I haven't been able to get in my account on Facebook for like a week. Google took it over because I pay $100 a month for Google security. And Google will literally take over my social media and everything, and look in every milk and cranny of everything that I do. And they found it, and it was Facebook. So they're doing a bunch of stuff, so hopefully it got fixed. But just be careful when you're buying things, even over here.
Look at that, Chong. You made everyone's day.
So who was it?
Huh?
Was it Jake?
No. Jake knows Chong.
Oh.
It's my friend Steph. The one that I told you. Remember, like, when I was working at Tony K's?
Yeah.
When I told you I was going to help her out and get her son some diapers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her. I've been knowing her since high school.
Oh.
It's my friend that, remember I told you, like, 2 months ago her dad passed away? It's her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's the same one that told me that her dad always told her when we became friends in high school, keep me as a friend, because I was a good friend. And he saw that, I wasn't fake.
That's
nice.
Nice.
And she said he always liked me and loved me. Like I was family to them.
See, folks? He has all this good luck because he helps everyone out.
Well, money's not everything. I mean, a kid needs help, I'm going to help.
Oh, yeah. You gotta help the kids.
I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Child needs help, child needs something, I'm going to help someone out. I can't take money with me when I'm dead.
No.
And, and they're the same way, because her mom this is the thing, her mom was an ER nurse. Her dad was a correction officer, and he served in the military.
Yeah, you told me.
They had good money. They made good money, but like her mom told me today, they're not the type to live in luxury. Yeah. They're about helping people out, and that's what they've always done.
Eh? Now
those are the same people. You remember when Mom told me that? Remember when Mom told you? I don't know if she told you. Well, when we was in our situation, when we was homeless, remember she told you that a friend of mine said they wish they would have known, they would have took us in. This is the same friend.
Oh.
Yeah, they're good people. Like, her mom even told me today, she's like, I remember your mom telling me, I wish y'all would have told us. Because I guess at that time they lived in a house that had 5 bedrooms. Told us. Because I guess at that time they lived in a house that had 5 bedrooms.
Oh. Alright, folks, I'm going to let you go, and you have a good St. Patty's Day, and I'll be back, and if you follow me, you'll be alerted when I'm back on, and maybe I'll be doing Stitch or something. I don't know, I might be on in about an hour. I just pop up in random times, so. It's probably going to be Lady from Lady and the Tramp when I come back on. So I hope you guys are doing well, and be careful if you're listening to this and you're going out. And you guys have a good day.